The following program is intended for mature audiences. The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome into the Wicked Weed studio. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene is here. Brian Haynes is here as well. It is the Sportsocracy. Thanks for joining us here on a Tuesday morning. And we got a lot to get into. We got, of course, the Julio Jones thing happened yesterday after we got off the air. Aaron Rodgers went on Kenny Mayne's final show last night. I am joined now at the desk by the one and only MVP of the league, Nikola Jokic. The Nuggies came back last night with a big win over the Portland Trailblazers.
I'm just going to prepare you. You know, we're only 15 away. And you might want to get used to this.
15 away.
It's just a 2K simulation, but it's an artist rendering of what you could expect just a few weeks from now.
Oh gosh, they took all the information from game one, went, how could we make this different? And Aaron Gordon went, I got y'all. And the Nuggets ended up winning big last night. Milwaukee Bucks shooting the lights out.
Oh my God!
Against the Miami Heat. Turned it on last night after I got the boys in bed.
Yeah.
And it was 48-18 in the first quarter. I was like, good.
Yeah.
Gravy.
Some dude I've never even heard of before named Forbes.
Bryn Forbes.
It was just
Bryn Forbes.
and Fuego.
If you listened to our ESPN radio show yesterday, I just went dollar bill, y'all.
Yep.
I called every bit of that damn near to the T.
Yep.
I couldn't have said it any better if I'd met Michael J. Fox and gone back to the future by a day. Yeah.
Also, we've got a feud brewing and growing, I guess we should say, on the PGA Tour. Brooks Koepka
This is definitely what we need in the PGA.
Really hates Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah. So do I.
And I'm here for it.
Cage match.
I am too. I would like to see Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau in an all-out cage match.
Bryson DeChambeau would beat him sideways.
You're drunk. Bryson DeChambeau is a nerdy little tech guy that just so happens to weight room. Brooks Koepka would eat his lunchbox, and I would be here for it.
What makes you think he's so much tougher?
Because Bryson DeChambeau is a guy that sits around and plays video games all day. I'm gonna pass. Oh, look at your big arms. That's great for you.
All of it coming your way here in the Sportsocracy. And, of course, you, the producers, have the say as well. Anything you want talked about, hit us up in the comment section here, and we will get to it over the next hour of fun here. All right, so last night on the Kenny Mayne finale of SportsCenter, first off, doff the cap to Kenny Mayne. A hell of a career at ESPN, and he's going to go on and continue to make sports news.
I'm sure
elsewhere.
he'll be making millions of dollars on some streaming.
He'll be working for Outkick or somebody real
Hell,
soon.
maybe he'll come work for us.
I'm down. I'm all the way down.
All the way in.
But last night was his final show on SportsCenter. Aaron Rodgers joins him via Zoom, and Aaron Rodgers says basically that the Green Bay Packers are what they are because of the people. He's continued with this surfer guy pothead talk.
Which is what he is, and I don't think anybody's shocked about it.
Yeah.
By the way, can we stop doing things on Zoom?
Yeah.
We all have cameras. There's no more. The virus, we're done with that shit, okay? Can you send a fucking camera guy to these people? Because these interviews sound terrible. Like, we figure it out every day, right here for you. It's not that damn difficult.
We couldn't even figure out Zoom.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's a stupid platform. And it looks like it's shot through a washcloth.
This coming from the guy who we can't figure out how to do the Zoom thing. Aaron, but the takeaway from last night with Aaron Rodgers was basically, the Green Bay Packers, this is how I interpret it, the Green Bay Packers have forgotten who's kept this franchise relevant for the last 16 years. And I can't fault Aaron Rodgers for it one little bit. He is the guy that has kept that franchise relevant. He has kept them winning. He has won 3 MVPs and taken them to the Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl. I feel like he deserves a little damn respect from the Green Bay Packers. And he said it wasn't about, that his turmoil with the Green Bay Packers has not been about the draft pick, which I think is bullshit.
I don't.
I think that plays into it. To say that it didn't have any role, I think is disingenuous.
The way it was handled, which is exactly what he's saying.
I think
it's the way it was handled.
Yeah, I think he was upset that he wasn't made aware that they were going to do what they did. I think it was just like kind of a shock. I feel like they would at least tell him, hey, Aaron, BT dub, we're going to go ahead and trade up to grab this guy, just in case, you retire.
Just in case you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
See, that's why they didn't have the conversation with him to begin with.
Exactly.
It's like, we think you're getting older and we're worried that you're going to suck, so we're going to go ahead and draft this guy. And what would Aaron Rodgers have said to that?
Yeah.
You don't need this guy. That would have been his
You know what he would have said? Go get me a damn receiver.
Exactly.
Draft a wide receiver in the first round, for the love of God.
It's not a personal thing with Jordan Love. He doesn't hate Jordan Love. He says he loves the kid.
Yeah.
He likes being teammates with him. It's all fine. But to say that the draft pick didn't have any effect on this, I think is disingenuous. Now, is it the main reason that there's this kerfuffle? No.
No, it's the disrespect.
Yeah.
Because you disrespected me.
Yeah.
Top 10 word of all time, by the way, kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle?
Kerfuffle.
Yeah. Top
Spell
10.
it.
K-E-R fuffle.
Yep. F-U-F-F-L-E.
A lot of F's.
I think there's a PH in there.
There's more F's.
Stephen Tao said they can't draft a receiver in the first round when the Giants keep taking them all. Where's the Kevin Vick Memorial Bell? There it is. Let's just get that where it belongs over here.
So that's how we're going to do this, Stephen.
That.
I understand.
Right there in the side.
Yep.
Wow, winning.
God.
Yeah. But to me, nothing really came out of last night's interview.
It did to me. It did to me. Because he's finally spoken. Now it's not mouth words memory times. It's get your shit right. Because notice he didn't say, did you notice all the people that he wanted to talk about? The fans of Green Bay, Curly Lambeau, Mike Holmgren. Did you notice who he never mentioned?
Gutekunst.
Brian Gutekunst. Old Gutekunst. He never said his name not one time.
No.
And I believe that was Aaron Rodgers for fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He said he loves the town, he loves the people, he loves the culture, he loves his coaches, he loves his teammates.
But he's not happy.
Say a damn thing about the front office. Not a damn thing about the front office. And I can't blame him. And I think it plays into everything that we've been hearing, unnamed sources saying that he wants Brian Gutekunst out. And I cannot blame him one single bit. But I think this was the first step to Aaron Rodgers being on the field with the Green Bay Packers in 2021. I don't think this leads to anything. This doesn't, this doesn't up the talks of any trades or Aaron sitting out.
He knows it. That's the number one thing I took away from him.
Yeah.
He knows they're not going to get what they would require.
Yeah.
Which you would know if you watch the Sportsocracy at 9 a.m. every weekday. Because I've said that for a while.
Yeah, there's nothing either side can really do except for, aside from Aaron just not playing, which he's not going to do. He's going to play. So they don't have another quarterback on the roster. They can't. They just can't do it. Jordan Love is terrible, and they would have already traded Aaron Rodgers if Jordan Love was worth a damn.
This is like a bad marriage. But it's a bad marriage where there's a big-ass prenup and nobody wants to blink.
Yeah.
So now, Biffy, if you're out on the boat and all that bullshit and you're just debating, could I throw this month overboard and get away with it? Yeah. And I feel like that's what this is going to be.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a bunch of, I don't trust you, you don't trust me, but we're here. Yeah. We're stuck.
Yeah.
GM out of Green Bay found missing after a long boat ride.
Aaron Rodgers is going to ask him to go camping.
Yeah.
And then Gutekunst's never going to come back. I think the Green Bay Packers need to, the president of the team needs to step in and get rid of Gutekunst.
Not going to happen.
Why?
They're going to remain loyal to him.
Not going to happen. It's never going to happen. And I've told you that as long as I can remember. You cannot let a player fire a GM. We have gotten to this point with LeBron and all these people that just get to call the shot. This is not how that works. And guess what? In the NFL, it never works that way. Russell Wilson, younger than Aaron Rodgers, I would argue means more to his franchise than Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he tried to do the same thing. How'd that work?
Apparently there's good signs now.
Living recreation. That's how it went.
Apparently Russell Wilson is happy now. Reports out of Seattle say that he's happy with the direction that the offense is going. And I say, wrong. That's not, no. You cannot be happy with the direction.
I can tell you exactly where the offense is going. In the tank.
Yep. In the pooper. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have an MVP quarterback who's very unhappy. There's not much you really can do about it either way. You just let Aaron do whatever he wants in the offseason. Let him show up for week 1 and go win another MVP. There's nothing else that can be done about this. This is exactly what's going to happen. He's not going to want to go to training camp. He's going to sit out. He's going to do whatever, and then he's going to show up and he's going to do what Aaron Rodgers does. And the Green Bay Packers will go, 12-5, and then lose in the NFC Championship game, like they always do.
Steven Towsett Tank's the only one that that says Brian Gutekunst's name correctly.
Yeah, I say like Gutekunst. Gutekunst.
I just do that because Tommy does it, and I think it's funny.
Yeah, and I worked in a German restaurant for 20 years. You would think that I would know how to say his name, but
according to Chuck G, Gutekunst is German for good art.
Oh, well, nice.
And when I retell that story, it's going to be for a whale's vagina.
Yes.
What is? I was going to say, what does gut cunt translate to? Because that's really what I want to call him. Because to me, I've always been a big Aaron Rodgers fan. And to me, it's the one thing you do not do. You do not disrespect your franchise guy. And that's exactly what the Green Bay Packers have done. And it's all been at the head of gut cunt. He's the one that has to take the blame for all of this. For the disrespecting.
It's just amazing to me that Aaron Rodgers has been this good for this long. Do you realize he's only had double-digit interceptions 2 times in his entire career?
Yeah, that's insane.
You know how many times Brady's done it? I think we did this one time a long time ago.
7 or 8.
5 or 6.
It's 11.
11.
It's 11 times.
Nice.
Yeah. Rodgers done it twice. And I understand Tom's played more years. I get that. I don't care. That's still one of those stats I just look at and go, how in the hell is that true?
It ain't been that much longer. He's only played 5 more years.
Well, you remember he sat for 3.
Than Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, Brady
true.
started in 01. That's true. Aaron didn't start until 08.
Yeah, I forgot about Aaron's first couple of years in Green
it's
Bay.
3 years where he totaled like 60 passes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this goes bigger than that, because now you have to start thinking about, okay, we don't have the separation here. What's life going to be like afterward? Is this going to be a relationship that they can cut off next year? He's got 2 years left on the contract, right? He's got this year and next year left on his contract. So this next offseason, are they going to make a move then?
I don't think they have to.
Are they going to be able to get Aaron Rodgers out? Here's the thing.
I don't think it ever changes that you're not going to get what he's worth.
Yeah.
He's a 38-year-old quarterback.
No doubt.
This is the same problem with Atlanta and Julio Jones. Atlanta wants a 1. Cool. Well, I'd like to be 4 inches taller and drive a Maserati, but that's not going to happen either.
But are you just going to live in this tumultuous relationship for the next 2 years?
You
and
figure
then
something
worry
out.
about it?
You figure something out. You go in there and just say, Kuntz, I want you to not talk to Aaron whatsoever. I want you to completely be away from him. I don't want you to come near him. I don't want you to smell him. I don't want you to shake his hand. Stay the F away from him, and Aaron will do his thing. And then you just don't have these, coming out, presses releases or all this stuff. Because if that dude goes out there, every single question, every single day is going to be about these two. I mean, it's going to be a distraction, but if you just say, you know what, they're not talking to each other, it doesn't matter. He's the GM, he's the quarterback.
Yeah,
figure it out.
Guess what? You know when else we did this? Last year.
Yeah.
Did the same thing. Oh, what is Aaron going to do? They went drafting the quarterback. He's going to come out and be the MVP.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And he's going to do it again. I'm not going to say he's going to be the MVP again, but he's going to be that good again.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what's your alternative?
Nothing.
Do you go play for the Raiders? No, because they're not going to give up what it takes to get you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is a player that's a little perturbed, and I do think they could get what they want.
Devontae Adams.
No.
No.
Robert Johnson said this in the comments, and I think it's a really interesting point.
Okay.
There are 2 players right now that have trade discussions that are forefront in the sports talk world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They could fix each other.
Yes.
Julio Jones
Yep.
for the Green Bay Packers.
Julio Jones does fix a lot of things going to Green Bay. And
Okay.
he's cheap as fuck for whoever trades for him.
And he's got, $11 million?
I mean, it makes all the sense in the world.
But did the Packers have that money? I don't think they have money.
I'm going to say this for the umpty 11th time.
You can make it work.
You can make it work. There's more than one way to screw a chicken. I'm just.
Well, that's, I mean,
Throwing that
and
out
I
there.
understand that. Of course, my team is the poster child of just making it work, figuring out how the money's going to work.
Well, and if you think
$11
your
million
team's gonna,
is a lot.
and look, we've talked about how bad your team is going to be on the backside of this.
Yeah.
Think about Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers.
See, that's kind of where I was headed down that path, was you're going to live in this world for 2 years where the GM and the star quarterback don't talk to each other. There's no chance of re-signing him if the GM's still around. Aaron Rodgers is not going to hang it up, so he's going to be gone after this contract is over.
Which is 3 years from now.
And then,
He'd be 40 years old.
yeah.
This guy lives in this world.
He lives in this Tom Brady.
Tom Brady can
avocado
play
ice
until he's
cream,
50, so every
boot-wearing.
other quarterback in the world must be able to do it.
Yeah, Drew Brees was in pretty good shape. Yeah, he lasted to 40.
Yeah.
41 was not all that pretty.
Yeah.
And I got news for you. Aaron Rodgers is not a guy that strikes me as somebody that wants to. He doesn't strike me as a guy that's got 8 years left. It's one of the reasons I've said that you're not going to be able to get what you want for him. Mm-hmm. Patrick Holt said Julio's irrelevant because he can't stay healthy. You're not wrong. He's not irrelevant. He's
not
very good when he's healthy. Problem is he's never damn healthy.
But I thought all along that this would be a nice move to bridge a couple unhappy people. Julio goes to a contender, which he wants to go to. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers can say, I'm getting Julio Jones. Thank you very much. Maybe they can mend some fences, and then they go into the next year, and then Julio gets hurt week 2, and then they're still in the same position they were before. Mm-hmm. But you never know. I mean, still, if Julio's healthy and you have Devontae Adams on one side and Julio Jones on another side, that is dangerous.
The funniest part of this is there's one player for Green Bay that could restructure enough to Bring in Julio Jones.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
He's not going to do it.
No shit.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to happen.
And that's kind of where that idea falls apart.
Yeah.
Is Green Bay is leveraged to high holy hell. Mm-hmm. So it would be. I mean, they just don't have a lot of moving pieces.
You have 3 years. I mean, you have 3 years to get the most out of this quarterback if that's what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not doing it. They're spinning their wheels right now with this feud that's going on within the building.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. This is not sustainable for the next 3 years.
You worry way too much about people not liking each other. There have been a lot of successful people in the NFL over the years that didn't particularly love each other.
There's no doubt about that, but it goes beyond.
See,
it goes beyond not liking each other. You can not like each other, but still have respect for one another.
This is going to be a rant. I'd see it coming. You just keep
Go
talking.
for it.
Yeah, no. You finish your point because I'm going to yell. I'm trying to center myself, find my chi.
No, that is the
throw
point.
some salt over my shoulder, some crystals.
That is the point. For any relationship to work, adversarial or not, there has to be a level of respect for each other within the building. No?
That is the most millennial, touchy-feely, safe space, fucking bullshit I've ever heard in my life.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how many people I've worked with over the years that I didn't like? That if given the opportunity and I could get away with it, I would have thrown off a 10-story bridge. Because it's been a lot.
Uh-huh.
And that, you know why that happens? Type A personalities don't tend to love each other.
Uh-huh.
Just the way it works. There's too much worry about who likes who. No, they want to win because they're type A's. So at the end of the day, it all comes back to one thing: legacy and winning, which is one big amorphous blob. The fact they don't like each other doesn't mean a fart in a windstorm. It's preposterous. Mm-hmm. What's best for Brian Gutekunst? Aaron Rodgers to be the quarterback. What's best for Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers to be the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. And we're done. Yeah. Oh, I don't like you? Cool. Barry Switzer didn't like anybody in Dallas. It still worked. Mm-hmm. Jerry Jones has hated damn near every coach he's ever worked with. Bill Parcells has had an adversarial relationship with practically every coach that's ever been under him. Mm-hmm. It's just the way it is. This is how it goes. When you feel like you have the biggest wiener in the locker room, you're going to get a little upset when somebody says theirs is bigger, and you're going to try to make them prove it. And that's what they're doing. This is Aaron Rodgers and Brian Gutekunst in a pissing match. And you know what it's ultimately going to lead to? Aaron Rodgers, quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, week 1 of this year.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't like each other. Cool. They don't have any interaction with each other, so it'll be just fine. It's not like they're going fishing with one another. It's not like they're going to put them in a damn ice box in Wisconsin and go, you have to ice fish until you like each other. Mm-hmm. Liking people is overrated. Flat out. It's an overrated thing. Oh, they don't like each other. There's a lot of people that don't like each other. Mm-hmm. There's a shitload of people that don't like me. Guess what?
Yeah.
The phone still rings. I'll ring it for you.
That list be very wrong.
I'll ring it again.
Ring it again.
I mean, Stephen Tao even said that Rodgers doesn't even respect his own family. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He's going to go out there. He's going to play. I just think that and I was on the side of, 3 weeks ago, I was like, Aaron Rodgers is going to play it down for the Green Bay Packers. Mm-hmm. I've come around because it doesn't make any sense for him not to be the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. They're not going to be able to trade him, and he's not going to sit out. So you're at this Mexican standoff, and what are you going to do? And it doesn't make any sense. He's just going to show up preseason game 4 and play, and he'll be just fine. He's Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, there's no doubt.
This isn't a second or third year quarterback that needs time in camp. He doesn't need it.
No, this is not a discussion about is Aaron Rodgers going to be good. We know Aaron Rodgers is going to be good wherever he goes. It's the state of the franchise. How can you have a franchise that has this type of animus in it, and nobody's gonna? You're gonna lose the locker room. That's my fear. Is that the Green Bay Packers are going to end up, and as soon as Aaron Rodgers walks out the door, this thing is going to crumble to the ground.
Which is how that always happens, i.e. the current state of the New Orleans Saints.
Except for what
That's
happened.
how it works all the time. Somebody in the comments earlier said Green Bay's had a quarterback forever. They've been spoiled to it, and they don't know how to respond.
Exactly.
Bingo.
Perfect.
This is how this shit goes.
Yeah.
But in terms of losing the locker room, that's good Lord, that is some millennial bullshit. Well, what do you think? They're going to be sitting in the corner with their fingers in their ears going, I can't hear you!
No, everybody's going to be fucking pissed off at the front office. And then what are you left with?
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
show hands in the comments how many people are pissed off at their employer on a daily basis.
Cut your losses with Brian Gutekunst now. Is my that's
I walked into that. I did. I walked into it.
You cut your losses with Brian Gutekunst now. That's my point. Is that, I mean, you're either going to fire him today or you're going to fire him 2 years from now when this all falls apart. So why not enjoy the last couple of years of Aaron Rodgers?
That's the point.
By making it work.
No, Stephen Tao, you cannot be mad at your employer.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed to say you're the boss.
Yeah, when your brother runs the company, it's kind of hard to be pissed. And of course, Patrick Holt said, I love my employer. Some people do. It's just rare. I love my employer, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
More than anything in the world.
Yeah.
Except for maybe
More
his
than I
lady.
love breathing. Yeah.
Or being right. Because
which do I love more, myself or being right?
being right. 100%.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So
Have you sat with him? You've sat with him for 4 freaking years, and you're telling me that he cares more about himself than he cares about being right.
Yes.
So there's
by a good stretch.
So there's a hurricane in Dicka. Here's the caveat. The hurricane's name is Hurricane Dicka.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of the point. It kind of all goes into one. Because he won't love himself as much. Well, actually, now that I think about it, he won't love himself as much if he's not right.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Maybe he does care about being right more.
Exactly.
Chicken, egg.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What are you going to do?
Speaking of hating people.
God, Patrick Holt, you're my favorite person on earth.
What'd he say?
He said Jeremy's the master of his domain.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld references get you extra credit
Every
on
time.
Sportsocracy. Except with him, because apparently it's the
I
one
have no
show he
idea
never
what you're
watched.
talking about.
He'll bring up some weird, stupid sci-fi movie from 1994, and he has no idea what I mean when I say Serenity Now.
No, I know that part.
Oh, you got one?
That is-
Fantastic.
yeah, I get one. I get one Seinfeld reference a month. That's about it.
God, Brian and I could sit here and do a Seinfeld show.
Yeah.
I never got it. I never got it. Speaking of people that hate each other, though.
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. It's a relationship that's not going to be fixed. And for one, I think the PGA needs to lean into it a lot. On Friday after round 2, Brooks Koepka is doing an interview with the Golf Channel, and they're standing outside the clubhouse, and he's starting to answer questions about his putting of the day. And out of the corner of his eye, either he saw him first or he just heard him coming. Because one of the things that Brooks Koepka hates most about Bryson DeChambeau is the fact that he talks all the goddamn time.
You know what Brooks hates about Bryson DeChambeau? The fact he's breathing. The fact he has a pulse. And you know what? I'm not far away from him. Bryson DeChambeau drives me absolutely insane. And I see Adam Black in the comments saying Brooks is a joke. I'm going to need you to show your work on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I took out of it is that Brooks Koepka with the goatee is like evil Brooks Koepka. And he's like his evil twin. He's ready to rumble with Bryson DeChambeau.
I love Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
I love him. You know why? Because he says exactly what he thinks. And
Yeah.
I'm a damn fan of it.
Mm-hmm. And so he's doing the interview, and he catches the look. He catches the view of Bryson, and as Bryson's walking behind him, he just closes his eyes and does this thing.
Oh, I mean, it was beautiful. It was like Step Brothers. Like, that motherfucker even looks at
You're
me.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Put my nuts on your drum.
And then he has to say, "Well, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought after hearing that bullshit."
Yeah.
The reporter gets a good kick out of it, and he says, "I think we're going to have fun with that one in the TV room." And he said, I wouldn't even care if he actually did.
Yeah, I don't care. That's what I love about Brooks Koepka. He does not care. Here's the thing. If you're not a consistent golfer, you do not understand how annoying somebody like Bryson DeChambeau is. Because he thinks he's smarter than everybody on planet Earth. Mm-hmm. He thinks because he's an engineer and all this bullshit that he's reinventing the wheel because he take club and hit ball real hard. And then he plays just pathetically slow. And then he gets on Twitch and starts running his damn cock holster and just go away with your stupid old man driving it. Nobody under the age of 60 should wear one of those. Ever. Ever. Except Samuel L. Jackson, who I don't know how old he is.
Unless you're a 1990s hip-hop star. And then
I could go with that too.
New Jack City, right on.
Then of course those guys are 60 now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
Well, I mean, it did start like back in 2019. Basically, DeChambeau was ripped by Koepka for his slow play, and then they walked across the caddy. Said, "Well, DeChambeau said, why don't you tell your boss to tell me to my face?" And then it proceeded on to DeChambeau coming out and saying, "Look, we know who could win this fight. He kicked my butt," but he laughed afterwards. So this has been going on for a few years now.
Yeah, I would really love to know where this mantra that Bryson DeChambeau is some hard ass came from.
Yeah.
No, he has big arms. That's it. When he goes to touch his pee-pee while he go pee-pee, it's hard to do because gun show. No, I can't get there. And that does not make him a badass.
No.
And that's one of the things that irritates me about Bryson DeChambeau is that he acts like he is. No, you're a tech nerd. Like me, just because we're big tech nerds doesn't mean we're big badass tech nerds. No, you are what you are. Be what you are. If Bryson DeChambeau would just steer into the skid of what he is, I'm fine with that. You're some analytics guy that's figured out I can hit a golf ball 8,000, but then you just watch him on the green and the stupid way he holds his putter, just gotta hold it a bit like a broomstick. There is probably nobody I hate more in sports than Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah. And I'd say it to his stupid face too. I cannot stand him. He is everything that is. Golf has done a great job of moving into the modern era. And then you have Granny Moses here that's 28, was he 28?
Something
28
like
going on 98.
Yeah.
And it's really freaking annoying.
Right. Brooks hates him because, one, he takes way too long on the course. He overanalyzes everything, and he's got a bitch for everything. He's, he made fun of the red ants thing when he was asking the judge or the what is it, the course official or whatever for a drop because it landed in a pile of red ants or something, and then Brooks made a joke to his caddy at the next tournament about there's an ant in the way or something to that effect, and that got back to Bryson, and Bryson was peeved about that. And then Brooks ends up in the ESPN body issue.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
And then Bryson DeChambeau talks about he ain't got no abs. I got abs.
And then Koepka tweeted out the picture of his Grand Slam trophy. He's like, yeah, I'm too short of a six-pack, dickhead. That was the best epic comeback. Like, yeah, come get some.
Right.
I do love that Adam Black said Brooks is 6 foot 200, Bryson 6'1", 240. And George St. Pierre's 5'10", 170. I'm 6'5", 265. And he would beat the bejesus out of me. I mean, I can do this all day. Stephen Tao said I'm 6'9", 230. He is 6'9", by the way.
Jesus.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I did not know.
Stephen Tao is one of the only people I've ever met that I have to look up to. He is a super tall individual.
Jesus. Nice. We need to get him on
I did
center.
not know he was that tall.
He needs to be our center on the Sportsocracy Rec League basketball
100%.
team.
100%.
We're only playing, instead of half court, we're playing a quarter court.
Yeah, we actually only play from the three-point line.
Yeah, we can't go further than that.
Yeah, never run.
Yeah, never run. Heart attacks.
Adam Black says Tiger changed the game. Now Bryson is as well. Rory's game broke because he was trying to do what he does. A lot of people say the way he putts should be banned.
Should be. It should. And see, this is what people like me. Bryson DeChambeau is constantly looking for an intellectual advantage. Oh, look, I putt this stupid way because you haven't banned it. And so you constantly leave the PGA having to deal with the length of your driver and all of these stupid things, and they go into things. Like, all right, so I'll give you an example. The ridiculously long driver that Bryson uses, well, that becomes a problem in more than one place. Because if you can't swing that hard, then you can't hit a driver like that. I can. I do it all the time. My driver is to the absolute T-top of what is legal. It's as long as you can get and still not run afoul of the rules. I get it. The problem is that when you do that, all right, every time you take a drop, well, my driver's 5 inches longer than yours.
Right.
So every impediment, I get an extra, it's just it's rolling advantage. And it's just that there was never a guy doing this.
Yeah.
I understand what he's doing. Doesn't make me like him anymore. Okay, you're taking advantage of rules that were not built for you. Cool. That makes you very unlikable in a sport like this. It just does. I think he's a complete and utter douchebag, and nothing will ever convince me otherwise. Every time he opens his mouth, it just confirms it more and more and more.
And the fact that Tank likes him makes him hate him even more.
I love him because why not? Why not? If I can still operate within the rules, but push the rules to the ultimate boundary and win, fuck yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of people that have done that over the years. And you know what they all have in common? They all blow out of the sport. Every freaking one of them. This is not, Bryson DeChambeau acts like he reinvented the wheel here.
Yes.
This is not new shit.
Yeah.
People have been doing this forever. Just he's more analytical than everybody else, and he can do things other people can't.
Right.
There's a problem. His shelf life is going to be that of a dairy product. Brooks Koepka is the best golfer in America right now, and it's not even debatable to me.
He almost won that tournament on one leg.
On one leg. He's the most consistent golfer in America. He is everything that Bryson DeChambeau wishes he was. Bryson DeChambeau is a gimmick. That's what he is. Look how hard the meathead can hit the golf ball. And look at him read a green and take forever. It's just infuriating. Every bit of it's infuriating. You see him laying in the grass and he goes, well, there's a dirt clod behind it. Can I move the dirt clod? Piss off and hit the damn ball. That's why I like Brooks Koepka. He just gets up there, hits the damn ball, goes on. Let's go, let's ride.
Right.
Are you allowed to take 9 minutes to hit your shot? Yeah, technically. Does anybody want to watch that? No.
No.
No. No. No. And it should tell you everything you need to know that every golfer I know cannot stand Bryson DeChambeau. All the ones on tour, all the good.
That's kind of why I like him.
Yeah, because you're not one. And so you don't understand how annoying that is.
I don't. I don't.
And I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't think he does that on purpose, I got a bridge to sell you.
Yeah.
Because you know what that does? It fucks up every person behind you. I don't know if you've ever been on a golf course. Anybody in the comments that plays a lot of golf can speak to what I'm getting ready to say. I'm very much a rhythm golfer. So I play very quickly. And if things go off the rails, then I'll slow down. But I hit a good shot, I want to go immediately hit the next shot. So people like Bryson DeChambeau play slow to screw with the people behind them. Period. You'll never convince me that's not why you do that. Oh, I've got to gauge the wind distance and all that shit. Yeah, Phil Mickelson does the same thing. Guess what he does? Plays real fast. So you can piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, but I'm going to ask you why it's warm. And that's what I have always said about Bryson DeChambeau, is it's a punk-ass little bitch way to play. It's just like the guy at the YMCA that tries to call his own fouls. Can you do it? Sure. Does it make you a little punk bitch? Sure does.
Sure does.
Yeah. Out there playing like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals at the Y.
Well, like it, Adam Black's calling it Bryson wins the U.S. Open next month. Mark it down, he says.
I'll take it, bet. That course doesn't fit him worth a shit.
Torrey Pines?
Torrey Pines is not.
That's not a, hey, look how hard Meathead can hit ball. That's not his game. Yeah, I'll take, literally, you can damn near call your shot on who I take. It has to be somebody in the top 10 of the world.
It's going to be Xander Schauffele.
Xander Schauffele.
That's the other wrinkle in this, is that Bryson and Brooks are going to have to play on the same team at the Ryder. I think the PGA needs to lean into this. They need to put these guys together. They need to lean into this rivalry. To me, that's the thing that golf needs more than anything. More personality, more conflict between the
It's not going to hurt because, you know, the ratings would go through the damn roof if somehow, some way, DeChambeau and Koepka were grouped together like on a final pairing on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine that would be must-see television?
Well,
like,
I mean,
seriously, it would be amazing to watch.
Well, that's going to depend on the leaderboard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like if they end up like in the same group, it's not like they're gonna say, "Oh, you guys two can't play together because you can't get along." It would be freaking awesome, and I would want mics everywhere to hear every single word that was said.
Oh yeah.
I would want to hear every single bit of that, and I would watch every second of that.
Because every hole, there's going to be a snit between the two of them.
Oh, he's just going to be like, "Can you hurry? Can you go ahead and take that shot, dickhead? Can you go?"
I would just love to see Brooks Koepka standing in the middle of the fairway while Bryson's off in the woods because he hit one 40 yards past him. Today! Yeah. Because that's what I would do.
Openly celebrating when he shanks one.
Hold on, I gotta say this because Adam Black knows his golf, but I have to completely. I have to tell you that you're misguided on this, and I'll tell you why. I've told Tank this multiple times. When a golfer thinks they're going to outsmart the USGA or the PGA of America or anything like that, what do? They start building courses to beat you. Mm-hmm. We used to call it tiger proofing, and it wasn't a thing. Have you noticed that every golf course Bryson's played has all of a sudden gotten much harder for him?
Oh, yeah.
It's because they're baiting him into doing exactly what he's doing. And if you think Torrey Pines is not going to do that, I got a bridge to sell you. Mm-hmm. And that is a course that is very, very customizable to where we'll give you a sweet spot. And if you think you can go long, and he's not wrong, Torrey's more open than Wingfoot. You're right. You're not wrong in the least. However, they can punish the hell out of you for going long in a way that Wingfoot can't. I'm talking out of bounds. I'm talking in water. And they're gonna.
Yeah.
They're gonna build this golf course like, hey, Bryson, you want to hit another one 380 over the water? Knock yourself out. Because if you pour that even just a hair to the right, you're gonna be fucked by the fickle finger. And there's not gonna be any red steak to saved Louis. There's not gonna be any of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you pour one off the tee? Okay, lather up and hit another one there, Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out.
Have you guys ever noticed that the fickle finger gets a lot of action around here? It gets fucked a lot. It gets fucked a lot.
Yeah.
100%.
The top 5 odds-on winners for the U.S. Open right now, according to Vegas Insider, are going to be Brooks Koepka's number 1, Jon Rahm's number 2, Bryson DeChambeau 3, Jordan Spieth 4, and Dustin Johnson 5. I mean, back after that, they got Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa,
oh, you know what?
and Patrick
You
Cantlay.
know what? Talk amongst yourselves. I have an idea.
Ooh.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I got a topic. It's the new deal. It's neither new or a deal. Discuss amongst yourselves.
I want to play a game. I want to play a fun game.
Yeah.
I want to play a fun sportsocracy game.
Okay.
Oh.
We are going to create a group on one of the DFS sites. It will be free. You do not have to pay anything to join. I will take my team against any team that wants to play against me.
Okay. Will you get 5 golfers? Basic 6 golfers?
Yeah, you get 6 and you have to stay under the salary cap.
Okay.
Just a forewarning, and he can speak to this. I'm real good at this.
I've seen it.
Real
I hate to agree with him, but yeah, he's really fucking good at this.
I'm better at golf than I am at any DFS-related sport. And that gives me a great example to gives me a great reason to do it.
And even more reason for us to tune in.
it.
Yeah, I'm in it. Yeah, and it'll be fun for us to tune in and then come in on that Monday and be like, who holds the belt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah. I got a championship belt.
I think we should
I
actually start doing more of this.
100%.
We really should, since we are a community of people here, since we're all friends here. I think we should do a lot more of these contests.
Every single Grand Slam, we should definitely do this.
Oh, 100%.
Without a doubt.
How did we not do this? I don't
know. And I have like the old school Bret Hart wingtip WWE championship belt at home. Yeah. I'm a nerd.
Well, I think we all do.
My fiance and friends got it for me for my 40th birthday because they know I'm fucking awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. It was awesome.
And you went old school.
The old school, yeah.
The old school belt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's not huge or anything. I mean, but it
Wait. Is this like one of those little plastic ones from Walmart?
No, it's about. It's good enough
to have regulation size.
It's not museum quality. No. I mean, it's gonna be something awesome that I could walk through here with it draped around my shoulder, saying I am the champion, and then Jeremy take it off me and actually put it on him because he's probably gonna win.
Nice. I really hope he brings this in and it's like one of those foam plastic. Oh,
yeah.
This is my belt. I got the belt. I'm the champ.
Yeah, damn right I'm a champ.
No, I think the PGA definitely needs to lean into this.
Oh, yeah.
Into this rivalry. Put them together in a room constantly. Just, just by chance, we happen to have you guys here together at the same time. Because to me, we don't have one of these.
I mean,
there's not a big feud on the PGA Tour.
They did it with, not as much as like that, but Tiger and Phil were very similar where you were in one camp or the other. A lot of people were Tiger fans or Phil fans. If you liked one, you hated the other for a couple years there. I feel like this could be that kind of rivalry, but I don't think that.
Oh, it could get that ugly.
I don't think Bryson DeChambeau is good or has the chops quite yet to be like a Phil.
But was that an ugly rivalry? I mean, it was a rivalry. It was Tiger.
Phil?
It was Tiger Phil. They both were, at the top of the game. You liked the one, you didn't like the other one.
Dislike behind the scenes.
There was. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's gotten better over the years.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of dislike.
Okay.
Well, when you're trying to be number one,
I can't say hate. There's hate here.
This is absolutely
unadulterated hate.
That's what I'm saying makes this different. This is hatred. Like, they can't stand each other. Tiger and Phil, they were just the top two competitors at the time. And, while you may not have pulled for the guy, but you had respect for what he was doing on the course. This is just downright hatred.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love good old fashioned hate.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Hey. Welcome to the Players Haters Ball.
2021 Player Hater of the Year, Kwame Brown.
Yeah. Ooh.
Last night in the NBA, we had two more games in the playoffs. For some reason, they fucked up the schedule. I don't understand this. You had 4 games each day over the weekend. You got 2 last night. You got 3 tonight. You got like 3 tomorrow night.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
I'm completely confused.
It's this thing called TV ratings, and so they don't want to put 4 games on different channels. They want 1 game apiece to play each other.
Yeah. Well, okay, so explain tonight.
Well, there's going to be an NBA TV game, and it's going to be garbage.
Why? Why are you putting this on NBA TV? Is this available to everyone?
No, it's not.
Is this national television? Everybody can get NBA TV, and that's fine.
I don't.
Why would you have a playoff series that you can't see?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because who is it?
It's the Clippers.
It's the NBA.
That's what I was after.
Oh, that's what you were after.
Yeah, that's what I was after.
And we're going from because baseball to because NBA.
But you put the Lakers and the Clippers on at the same time. I would think you would want all of those LA
Because the Clippers
eyeballs.
are the bastard stepchild of the LA Lakers.
Well, we know that.
It's just another thing to be like,
it is.
and that's how funny it is.
Hey, and you know what? You know what's great about tonight? I'm going to be as right tonight as I was last night.
You nailed them both last night. We had blowout games.
He's got Suns by 100.
Oh, God.
Never lost.
We'll get to it in a
15
second.
away.
We'll get to it in a second. Let's do the Milwaukee game.
Never lost.
Oh, God, Milwaukee.
Never lost to the Nurkic.
In the first game of the doubleheader last night, the Milwaukee Bucks came out firing on all cylinders. They were nailing threes left and right. They hit 22 on the game. They were 22 of 53 from behind the three-point line. The Bryn Forbes hit 6 of them, had a career-high 22 points. I didn't even know who Bryn Forbes was before all of this.
Yeah, I did.
Of course you did.
He played because
you know
he was actually a little DFS baby doll for a while.
Oh, was he?
Oh yeah, because he was cheaper than shit, and for whatever reason, Greg Popovich just loved him.
Sure, and he'd come in and get 10 points and 6 assists.
No,
or
he could
like
just
that.
do all the peripheral things, steals.
Okay.
He'd wind up with 3 blocks for a guard for some
Okay.
damn reason. And he never turned the ball over.
Yeah, no, Bryn Forbes had
He
a
won
career
me
night.
much money, which makes me love him.
Did you know that it was actually pronounced Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land?
Nice. Heard that. 132 to 98. The Miami Heat just had absolutely nothing. And the Bucks did a great job defensively getting stops at the other end. And then they come down and hit the threes. And like I said, when I turned it on last night, it was like 48 to 18 in the first quarter.
It was pretty bad.
I actually stuck with it way longer than I should have before I went on to other things. And I think I actually watched the end of the NASCAR race.
Adam Black said DFS Golf and Football Group. It is decided. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
No, that's okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
I don't remember things well, and if I let that slide past the chat,
talking
Just get it out there. Just got to get it out there.
Oh, you want sweet analysis of
Skip-ball. Oh, go ahead.
the hell was that?
You've never heard that song?
Curtis Blow, man.
I have. I've never heard it sung quite like that.
I mean, it was fantastic. I'm the songbird of my generation.
Damn it, you beat me to it. You remember the thing I said about Milwaukee and Miami, where how much worse can they play? How much better can Miami play?
Yeah.
Yep. Got it right.
It's not replicable. What Miami did in the first game is not replicable.
When Dwayne Dedman is your leading scorer, you're not having a good playoff game.
Yeah.
Period.
They hit 23 pointers in the first game. They hit 8 in this one. Guess what? Rocked.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how the series goes. That's why Miami's been so damn inconsistent all year long. Live by the 3, die by the 3. That's where it's at.
They might be able to eke a game out in this series, but it doesn't look promising. Sweep in 4. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Woo! Jimmy's got a lot
But,
of sweet.
you never know. Bryn Forbes may come out and not be shit again. Like
Well, I
normally,
mean, he's
and,
not going to have another game like that.
No, he's not going to have another game like that. And they probably won't hit 22 threes again. The first game of the series, I don't think, will be the last close game of the series. They might be able to sneak a win, but other than that,
They'll win.
series
It'll
is
be the
completely
gentleman's
over.
sweep. They'll win Game 4 in Miami to extend it and go back to Milwaukee.
There you go. Meanwhile, last night, the Denver Nuggets rebounded against the Portland Trail Blazers.
No. Say it right. My 2021 NBA champion, Denver Nuggets!
128-109 last night. It was the Nikola Jokic show. Dame Lillard was on fire in the first half. Scored 32 of his 42 points last night in the first half. Scored 10 after halftime because there was a little change that was made by the Denver Nuggets. And it was all spurred by the guy they picked up before the trade deadline, Aaron Gordon.
And I remember somebody sitting in the same chair yesterday morning and said, there's this lineup that I like where they basically put Aaron Gordon at the point and blah, 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 blah. Let's blow up his head a little bit more. And he was right 100%.
Yeah.
Hi, friends.
Aaron Gordon goes in at halftime and tells Coach, I got this.
Yeah.
He told Mike Malone, I got this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of watching him hit threes on Campazzo. So they put Campazzo on C.J. McCollum, and all of a sudden Portland went, God, Dad, help!
They're like, oh my God, they made an adjustment.
Aaron Gordon looked at Dave. There's a shot that it's in the. If you look at the photos from ESPN, there's a shot of Aaron Gordon with his hands on his knees, just staring at Dame Lillard like, "What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do,
You
brother?"
gonna take me to the hoop? Let's go. Come on. You ain't gonna like how that goes. Just keep trying to shoot. Just keep checking threes up at me. Yeah, it's absolutely the if you remember when we did the trades at the deadline and we kept coming in live every time a trade happened. What did I tell you? Aaron Gordon is a on steroids version of Jeremy Grant, which is what made this team so good last year because you could switch him on anybody.
I mean, Portland hit 48% of their three-pointers and lost by 20.
By a lot.
Lost by 20, hitting 48% of three-pointers.
Yep.
You don't see that very often in an NBA game.
No. Well, I mean, and here's the thing. Portland's not a team that's going to be able to come from behind. They get out to a big deficit against a team like the Denver Nuggets. They're not going to be able to erase that.
Because they can't play
But
defense.
they did erase it. Nothing flat. Because I completely disagree with you. They were down 19. I blinked till they were down 4. Because Dame hit 4 threes in a row. They can 100% erase a lead. Problem is they can't stop anybody.
Right.
And here's another myth that you're about to see perpetrated when they go back to Portland. Portland's better on the road than they are at home. And it's not all that close. Denver's going to run them out of the building in Portland. Because there's nobody there. You're in Portland, which is, make whatever assumption about what I'm getting ready to say that you want to. It's the staff and 8 people. Cool, home court. Good for you.
Let me just go down by something, and this is just a blind thing. So you got a team that hits 48% of their three-pointers. 16 of them were made. They out-rebounded their opponent by 5. They out-blocked them by 4, and they made 1 less free throw. You would say that game was probably won by that team, right? Or at least a close game.
It was pretty close.
Yeah, it was not. That's what Portland did last night, and they still lost by 20.
Here's the problem. Look at who they play. All right, they played 8 guys more than 10 minutes last night. Robert Covington's a good defender, right?
Yeah.
Norman Powell's a well above average defender.
Yeah.
There's not another one. Nurkic, bad. Lillard, awful.
Yeah.
McCollum, god-awful. Carmelo Anthony, god-awful. Enes Kanter, god-awful. Anthony Simons, god-awful. Yeah, that becomes a problem when you have a team that can out-length you and can outscore you. That becomes a big damn problem.
Yeah.
I don't think this series will be close again. I tried to tell you that. Oh, you worried about Dame Lillard? No, I'm not. I'm still not. Dame Lillard is quickly sliding into Russell Westbrook territory for me. He is a great stat accumulator. All right, you stop him from scoring. What now? And now what?
Yeah.
You want to know my problem with Dame Lillard? Watch the second half of last night. Because as soon as they took the shot away, and this happens when the shot stops falling too, they fell apart. When they fell apart, it was not hard to watch for me. I enjoyed it a lot.
You did.
But if I was a Blazers fan, it would have been real hard for me to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And now we have tonight.
And now tonight, 7:30, you got Game 2 of the Nets and the Celtics up first. Nets with the 1-0 lead. It's going to be 2-0. Agreed there.
I don't think Washington can win. Or not Washington. I'm sorry. I don't think Boston can win a game this series.
But without looking, what is the line on this game?
I would say Nets by 4.
I would say 6.
It's Nets by 10.
Wow.
The Nets are a 10-point favorite tonight. And guess what? I'll take Brooklyn. Won't even think about it. Won't even freaking think about it. And you know what? I want to do something here. We didn't talk about this, but we're gonna do it live on air.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
It's my favorite line he uses. He's not allowed to say it on ESPN, but we'll do it here.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Let's see. Make them laugh. Make them laugh. Holy good Lord. Yeah, monkeyknifefight.com, promo code TANK, T-A-N-K. They will match your initial deposit up to $50 and give you a free ticket into a free $5 ticket into a game of your choosing. I'm going to pick a game for every one of these. Promo code TANK, T-A-N-K, at monkeyknifefight.com. Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant. This is the more or less 3.6x multiplier Nets Celtics. I'll take under 30.5 points for Jason Tatum, under 27.5 for Kevin Durant. I don't think he even plays in the fourth quarter. I don't think either one of them played in the fourth quarter, to be really honest with you.
Really?
Because I think they're going to beat the cheat right out of Boston. I'll take the Nets minus the 9.5.
Yep.
I'll take, I didn't see the over-under. 227. That's begging me to go over. You know what? Under.
Yep.
I'll go under. I feel like Vegas is trying to bait me into going over because this is going to be a blowout. So you're going to see a lot of Mache Lampe or anybody?
No, no clue.
He hadn't played in the NBA in like 10 years. Easy. Might be longer than that.
No clue.
I'll give you $1 million if you can spell his name.
M-A-S-H.
You're already wrong.
Mache
was M-A-C-E-J.
No.
Mache.
No.
Lampe. That's always the name I use when we go to the bench because he was a first-round pick that was just like, hey, he's alive and he's tall.
Hey, go on,
and
get
if
in
we
there.
give him a basketball, he won't throw it in the crowd.
The Boston Celtics are probably, they're probably the most disappointing team for me all year. 10:30, both the LA teams playing at the same time, which I don't get. I think it's dumb for the NBA to schedule them that way, but it is what it is. Lakers and the Suns, game 2 at 10 o'clock. And then you got the Mavs and the Clippers, game 2 at 10:30. That one's on NBA TV.
Lakers rebound and they win this game. I know he's gonna. Lakers rebound and win this game. Chris Paul, his shoulder is hurting. He's not going to be as up to par as he can. I'm just telling you, LeBron is not going to. I feel like they're going to get back and they're going to win this game.
I disagree with you.
Of course you
Still
do.
in Phoenix. Phoenix still a better team. Give me Phoenix plus the 1.5. I'll go over the 209.5. At monkeyknifefight.com, promo code TANK, TANK. They will match your initial deposit up to $50 and give you a free $5 ticket that you can use on the rapid fire 3x multiplier. I'll take LeBron James plus 4.5 points over Devin Booker. I actually think he outscores him. And DeAndre Ayton minus 3.5 rebounds over Andre Drummond, which is maybe the most obvious layup bet in the history of fucking creation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Andre Drummond's going to play 16 minutes, and DeAndre Ayton's going to play 40. Free money. I'm telling you, these are all. There's a reason I'm doing this today. We've never done this before because it's free money. Because it's an overreaction Tuesday. All you have to do, promo code TANK, monkeyknifefight.com.
And you know what's
I'm
going to
with you,
happen?
Brian, on this.
You know what's going to happen? You know what's really going to suck? Is that
When you're both wrong.
Jeremy's off tomorrow, and when we come in tomorrow and we get to throw it in his face that the Lakers beat him, he won't even be here.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can go Shannon Sharp, Julio Jones, put me on speaker. Weight room, bitches.
Like tonight when LeBron James and Anthony Davis combined for 70 points and they win by at least 5 points.
Did you say Anthony Davis and LeBron James combined for 70?
Yep.
I'll take the under on that aggressively.
I think he was just throwing out a very high number as a,
Yeah, that was a very high, very stupid number.
Yeah.
Way too high.
It should tell you something, in my opinion, that Vegas has them as the favorite tonight.
They had them as the favorite in game 1, too, by way more points. They were a 4.5 point favorite in game 1. Does that tell you something? The introductory line shifted 3 points. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Tells you Vegas. And by the way, I will keep saying this until my dying day. Just because they set a line at something doesn't mean that's what they think.
No.
It means that's what they think will get half of the betting action on each side.
They want it. They want it.
And the Lakers are the team that has way bigger fan base. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
They're buying points with the more popular team.
Anthony Davis did not play well in game 1. We talked about his 5 for 16 performance. That doesn't happen 2 games in a row. I fully expect the Lakers to win this game tonight.
If the Lakers don't win this game, I'm going to say if they don't win this game, I don't think they can win the series.
Oh, they go down 0-2. It's not going to be.
So that's why I think this game's super important.
It's not going to be good. I'm going to say it's not going to be good. I'm not saying it can't be done. We've seen LeBron lead teams back from deficits before, but he's never been 38 and 65% of his former self.
Yeah, I heard Jeremy say on the ESPN radio show yesterday, 880 and 1400 AM, 92.9, and on the iHeartRadio app, that he feels like LeBron James is playing about 75%. And I agree.
Might be being nice.
I agree with that. He looks, the first time I've ever watched LeBron James play and looked at him and said, he's old.
Yeah.
But LeBron James is a freak, absolute freak. And I think that tonight is going to show a lot about these Lakers. If they come out and they just frog stomp the Suns because this is what we do, I'm going to have some faith in them. If they don't, see you later. Goodbye.
Well, there will be no frog stomping. There will be none of that.
I don't know.
I don't think the Lakers have that in them. The Phoenix Suns are way too good for that.
It's okay. You can put me on speakerphone tomorrow and I can just go, never lost.
And then you got the Mavs and the
Wearing
Clippers.
Suns colors. I just realized it.
Yeah, Mavs and the Clippers tonight in LA, 10:30 on NBA TV. Dallas won the first game. Do you think tonight is the night that that Kawhi and PG get one back?
No.
I think
They may win. The number's way too high. Clippers -7, stupid.
Oh, yeah.
That is dumb.
Give me Dallas +7. I won't even think about it, and I'll go over the 215.
Over 215.5.
Because I think this could be a high-scoring mofo.
Yeah. I think the Clippers will make some adjustments, and they'll probably win this game. It's going to be a lot closer than that 7. I definitely would take Dallas on the line, but
how do you take Luka out of it, though?
You don't,
Exactly.
and you stop everybody else. That's the thing. And I think what they'll end up doing, you'll see a lot of Kawhi on Luka. If Kawhi decides he wants to play this game because he just didn't last game, and that's what drives me freaking crazy about him.
Right.
And I think you're going to see a different. They'll make adjustments. They'll win this game to even up the series, but I still think Luka goes crazy and has 35, 12, and 12 probably.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I'll take, let's see, Rapid Fire 4X multiplier on monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code TANK. They'll match your initial deposit up to $50 and give you a free ticket for $5 that you can use on the Rapid Fire. I'll take Luka Doncic over Kawhi Leonard in points, Paul George over Tim Hardaway in made three-pointers, Kristaps Porzingis over Ivica Zubac in rebounds. That will turn your $5 free ticket into a $20 prize. That's 20 free dollars that I just threw right at you. Just dollar.
Free.
Dollar.
Free.
For free.
monkeyknifefight.com, promo code TANK. 3 games tonight in the NBA playoffs, all game 2s, and it is what it is.
I'm taking all game 1 winners. Give me the Suns, give me the Nets, and give me the Dallas Mavericks.
Against the spread.
One more. There you go.
Against the spread.
Yeah. Gotta throw that out there.
Right. Yesterday,
2 winners and a maybe.
Yesterday, shortly after we got off the air here, Shannon Sharp on Undisputed.
Woo!
He had they staged it. I'm
Convinced.
I'm convinced they staged this whole phone call with Shannon Sharp calling Julio Jones live on the air to get his reactions. The thing about it that tells me that absolutely it was staged. Everybody knew what was going on. They had the feed from Shannon Sharp's phone into the board. It was broadcast quality.
Right.
It wasn't like he was holding it up to his lapel mic.
Yeah.
And no, they had the feed into his phone. So this was completely planned. They knew it was going to happen. They called it. Julio Jones said, "What you think about Atlanta?" And Julio said, "I'm out of there." Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to be in Atlanta anymore. He asked for a trade back in March. Everybody in the front office of Atlanta knows this. To me, this was Julio Jones just putting it out for all of us to see, that he's done. He's sick and tired of being on a team that can't win, and he wants to go somewhere to win. He's a 32-year-old wide receiver who still has some good football left in him, and he wants to get the most out of that.
Right.
Now, he might end up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. They figure out how to make the money work. Whatever, I would love to see it happen.
It won't.
That was kind of my point earlier.
There's like 2 spots, I think. I think there's
Tennessee Titans is the spot that makes the most sense.
Tennessee Titans. Yes.
It does. I look at a team like the Indianapolis Colts,
Also makes sense.
which they could maybe move like off injured Paris Campbell and a 2nd-round pick in next year's draft
Yep.
to Atlanta, and that kind of deal would make the most sense. And I just could see somehow Kyle Shanahan pulling off just to get Julio back and maneuvering something to get him in San Francisco as well. So my 2 teams that would make sense to me would be the Colts and the 49ers.
Colts and the 49ers.
Yeah.
I've heard people throwing out the Baltimore Ravens, and I get it. I understand. But that's not really the style of play that they're accustomed to. They're a running football team, and you already upgraded your wide receiver room. So I don't see this as a move that the Baltimore Ravens have to make. If Julio Jones goes to the Baltimore Ravens, how much better do you think they can be? I already think they're going to be a contender in that division, obviously. Cleveland is going to be hell on wheels, and should Cleveland get Julio Jones, that'd be trouble. That might be the only thing that I would do. Like if I'm looking at this from the perspective of Eric DeCosta and the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going, I just got to make sure he doesn't go to Cleveland. Yeah, I got to get him because I don't want him to go to Cleveland.
I don't know that Cleveland doesn't really need Julio Jones.
They don't need him, but I mean, I would rather have him and then figure out something to do with
him. He wants to go
OBJ.
to a contender, so it's not going to be any of these. I don't know. He's not going to Houston or Cincinnati or anything like that, you know.
I mean, people throwing out Philadelphia and the New England Patriots, and I feel like Julio Jones is going to go to a place where he knows he can win, where they are going to win a lot of games and they are going to contend for a title. And that kicks out the Jacksonville Jaguars, even though they have the most money in the league. He's not going there. No. To me, it's the Browns, the 49ers. After you said the Cardinals yesterday, Jeremy, I just can't get that out of my mind.
DeAndre Hopkins said he'd restructure his deal to get it to happen.
And you saying Christian Kirk
in a two? Oh.
I can't get it out of my mind.
My 2021 NFL champion Arizona Cardinals.
And I would really like that if Christian Kirk got traded to the Falcons as well, because I think he could be really good.
Right.
I do.
It's really hard on the old larynx when I got the Super Bowl champion and the NBA champion playing at the same time.
I do like the fact
that sound like Doc Rivers at the end.
And then it'll be the U.S. champion. Whoever he decides to be.
Brooks Koepka.
U.S. Open champion Brooks Koepka.
I do like the fact that they took the time, Shannon and Julio yesterday on Undisputed, to take the shot at the Dallas Cowboys.
Absolutely, I'm here for it.
Fuck y'all, Dallas.
And
We're
by the way,
this.
Dallas fan group making us want to pay $50 a year to post something in there. Go get fucked.
Yeah, see, yeah. You know why we ask all of you, our loyal listeners, to share things for us? Because every once in a while, the fan group says, "Yeah, you can post our shit for $50 a." Whatever.
And of course it was the Dallas Cowboys, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Somebody's still thinking they're relevant and that, you know, they've done something in the last 25 years, but they haven't, and your team fucking sucks. That's just me. Sorry.
We're a little bitter at the Dallas Cowboys this morning.
Just a tad. Julio Jones.
I was just trying to spread our PSA across all platforms to make sure they could understand what's going on. And it was a very important thing for Dallas Cowboy fans to see.
Yeah, this is why when you share our things on your social medias, so long as we see them, you'll be sure to see a bunch of little hearts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're all from us.
Yeah.
I know my heart looks like a kidney. I can't help it.
Julio Jones, they're not going to do anything with him until after June 1st.
Oh, yeah.
That's when the money changes. So he's going to go somewhere. They're going to figure out a deal.
Call your shot. Where'd you go?
Call my shot. I'm going to say he winds up with the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm on that one as well.
I'm on the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh.
I think he goes to the AFC.
Yeah.
They put that out for a reason. They wanted you to know that they're trying to send him to the AFC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't want him coming back to
bite you in the ass.
you in the ass.
Correct.
Although you're not going to contend for anything. Anyway.
Right. I mean,
for the
let's
Atlanta
be clear here.
Falcons.
But if they do move Julio Jones, Kyle Pitts stock through the roof.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think that helped his dynasty fantasy value for me.
He was already pretty high, but I mean, he's...
Oh, he was already pretty high, but yeah, to the roof. Absolutely. We appreciate everybody joining us in the Sportsocracy this morning. I'm Tank Spencer, Brian Haynes, Jeremy Greene. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. or as close to it as we ever get. We'll be with you this afternoon on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 a.m. and 1400 The Sports Tank with Jeremy Greene. Heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. 3 to 5.
15 games away.
Weekday afternoon.
So bad that he had to go to a simulation on 2K to find a picture of it.
It's okay. The 2K won't even let your Knicks win one. The game system just shuts down.
He's not wrong.
Never lost.
Not wrong. From the gang here to all of you, we appreciate you being along with us. Don't forget to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/The Sportsocracy. We appreciate all of the help, the liking, the sharing, the subscribing, all of it. And we will see you again in the morning.
If you want to